Four of them, Mr. Little.
Okay, four motions. The first one is a motion to authorize to advertise the municipal separate storm sewer system fee ordinance, otherwise known as MS4. Council has had copies of that ordinance. Any discussion or comment? It'll be on the agenda this Tuesday to authorize to advertise.
Questions, council?
I have one point
Comment?
of order. I think the ordinance actually has a different name. Mr. Yugas, is that correct?
Yes, it's the pollution control and flood reduction fee ordinance.
So we probably just want to give it the proper nomenclature there so we don't get mixed up later.
Any other questions, council? The next motion, Mr. Little.
Okay, the next is a motion to appoint the pollution control and flood protection engineer, otherwise known as the MS4. Council has received the proposals from HRG and also MS Consultants. Any discussion on that from council?
Next motion.
Okay. Next one is a motion to appoint the pollution control and flood protection billing entity. And this is what Mr. Fulkerson was talking about at the outset of the meeting, and council has a comparison proposal from the Turtle Creek Valley COG to do the billing for the pollution flood control protection program, and also from the tax office. Any questions on the comparison of the two entities from council?
I would just make just a point.
I
that-
do have, excuse me, I do have one question. Under the one-time cost, under the one-time software cost, I believe the COGS cost was $10,000, and the tax office is $25,000.
That is correct.
Okay, now, that is, these are separate costs from the two totals of 72,000 and 80,000, is that correct?
No, they are
They're
included.
included in there?
They're included.
Okay,
Everything is inclusive in the bottom line.
okay, thank you.
And then, once again, to get to the bottom line, the COG comes in at 72,000, and our tax office is 80,000.
That is correct. And also attached to the comparison is the actual proposals from each entity, the tax office and the COG. Any other questions from council?
This should look,
And there was a question about the dates. It looks like the date from the tax office proposal was February 22nd,
Correct.
2018. Okay. Questions, council?
Just quickly, if the tax office would go away by the home rule charter changes, then the tax collector would be gone, and we would have to then pay another entity to restart up the program.
Well, that's a policy decision for the council at that time. I mean, if,
But if that
It-
happened, the software startup would have to be, because they show a number.
What if COG would go away?
Yeah. Smart move.
I mean,
Total quick.
So those are two ifs right there, but
Yeah.
if we look at, we do have the spreadsheet in front of us, and then there is also the, do we have a recommendation from the MS4 committee? Mr. Little, is there a recommendation, or is that, or not? There wasn't one given.
There wasn't one given
Just
as
the
far
line
as,
numbers.
this is the proposal that I sat down with Mr. Fulkerson and Liz Sommer back in January, as I stated before, and I also sat down with Amanda Settlemeyer around the same time, latter part of January, and put the proposals together. They're pretty straightforward.
Okay.
so, both entities had an opportunity to study these proposals and put out their bids
Yeah.
at the same
That's correct.
time or
Same time,
whatever.
exactly, at the same time.
The same year,
Yeah,
Correct.
is that correct?
that is correct.
So Mr. Fulkerson got to see this and COG also. And
I mean, no, they didn't see each other's proposal. I mean, as far as I'm
No,
concerned.
no, but
They were asked to give a proposal to do the collections. These are the stipulations as far as how many
Yeah,
households.
the stipulations were equal,
They were,
everything
they were
was-
equally given
Okay.
the parameters. And then from there, they both submitted independently their,
And this is the final outcome.
exactly.
Okey-doke.
Anything else, council? Mr. Little, our next motion.